for this Northland team. Also committed to Ohio State. He's been on the bench all night. A moment ago, Zach Sullinger, the head coach, walked down and was talking with Weatherspoon. And there he is. He turned an ankle in practice yesterday, was not expected to play. Then we got word right before the tip tonight that he was talking to the doctors. They had at least medically cleared him to give it a chance. He has yet to see the floor, though.
I think, though, for J.B. Witherspoon, by not playing in the first half or in the third quarter, it's going to be tough for him to come in this game, in this environment, with so much on the line, and make an impact.
Straightaway three, off the mark for Brown. Run down in the corner by Joseph.
Northland did such a great job in the first half of rebounding defensively. They have to do that to finish this game off.
Goes to Thompson in the post, working on Sullinger with the pump fake. And the baby jumper goes to tie the game again.
Tristan Thompson has all kinds of skill. He's got head and shoulder fakes. He can score with his right hand. He can score with his left hand. He is calling for the basketball, which is a good sign for Findlay Prep, and he wants to take it in and be the leader of this team down the stretch. You got to deny him the ball. You can't let him catch it. He's going to go to work right here. He's calling for a clear out, NBA style.
The block and a held ball.
That time Tristan Thompson held his ground, moved his feet, and caused that jump ball.
Tristan Thompson playing with 4 fouls, going head up against Jared Sullinger. He gets the block. The possession arrow will keep it with Northland when we come back for the final 3:47. This is game 1 of a doubleheader tonight in our Old Spice High School Showcase presented by Gatorade. Northland, Ohio, doing battle with #1 Findlay Prep from Nevada. Northland has the #2 player in America in Jared Sullinger, an ESPNU Top 100. The #1 player in America is Harrison Barnes, and he's coming up next. After we bring you the college basketball scoreboard, we'll have more of the Old Spice High School Showcase presented by Nike. Waukegan, Illinois will take on 24th-ranked Ames, Iowa, but Roy Williams will have a chance to tune in and watch Harrison Barnes play tonight.
Boy, you don't want to miss those two elite small forwards. Jeremy Richmond and Harrison Barnes have as much talent at their position as anyone in the country. Future pros.
Speaking of future pros, we're watching one tonight, Jared Sullinger.
Yes.
He had a double-double in the first half, and now he has his team tied with #1, Findlay Prep, with 3:40 remaining.
Everybody talks about a one-and-done. I don't think Jared Sullinger is that. I think he's going to develop into a very good pro over time at Ohio State.
Soft off the window. Can't get the roll. Another rebound pulled down by Tristan Thompson, who continues to play with 4 fouls.
It's been the battle of the power forwards, Tristan Thompson and Jared Sullinger.
Sullinger already committed to Ohio State. Thompson verbally committed to Texas. And here he is inside. Travel.
And Tristan Thompson sees that double team. When he puts the ball on the floor, you're going to see Northland try to double him. He has to give it up at that point. He can't force the action.
His team has been carried tonight by Jared Sullinger.
And that's the way it usually is on the teams that Jared Sullinger plays on. He leads his team to victory. See what Findlay Prep does here. They let him catch it. Mid-post. That's a sweet spot for him.
And hit, though. Another rebound for Tristan Thompson.
Findlay has numbers.
Corey Joseph pushed tempo, and he was fouled by Trey Burke. ESPN is your NBA destination Friday night, first at 8 Eastern. LeBron James and the division-leading Cavs will tip off a double-header when they host rookie sensation Brandon Jennings and the Bucks. Then at 10:30 Eastern, Gilbert Arenas and the Wizards out west to take on Monte Ellis and the Warriors. An NBA doubleheader on Friday night. No shot clock. So the tempo at times has been slow tonight. Corey Joseph. And hit the jumper. The back tap ends up with Joseph.
He's had a tough night, but he's a great player. He's got to keep trying to shoot the ball.
Picks up his dribble.
Plenty of time with no shot clock. Findlay Prep can take it out and reset it. Corey Joseph is the type of player who will have a rough game like this, but still come on strong at the end when his team needs him.
Sullinger, another rebound as we come up on 2 minutes to go. Now, Findlay Prep averages 100 points per game. How comfortable do you think they are in a 46-46 tie with 2 minutes remaining?
I don't think they're very comfortable at all with the tempo, but I do think they have great confidence in themselves as they ride a 45-game winning streak.
Plus the foul for Sullinger.
But there's a guy right there in Sullinger who can break anybody's confidence. I mean, he takes his big, wide body, sizes up the defense, sees where his man is, sees where the help is, and just wills his way up with a soft touch. Little emotion there by the big fella, and he's a good free throw shooter as well. As we said earlier in the game, the bigger the game, the better the performance for number 34 in the white, Jared Sullinger.
That foul was called on Godwin Akanji, and he has fouled out. So Sullinger will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. And now because Akanji fouled out, a moment for Satch Sullinger and a couple of his Vikings to confer at the bench while Mike Peck picks out who is going to replace Akanji, and it's going to be Marko Petrovic.
Interesting substitution right there. Losing a big man, Godwin Akanji coming in with a guard, Marko Petrovic, playing 4 guards right now, Findlay Prep.
And Satch Sullinger responds, taking out Devin Scott, a forward, and putting Keyshawn Lewis, a guard, back in.
We got a little chess match going on right now between these two terrific head coaches.
3-point lead for Northland. And a timeout call. And that is called by Northland, so they only have 1 timeout left in the minute, with 1 minute and 53 to go. Again, this is one of only a number of great high school games that we have coming up for you on our Old Spice High School Showcase. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule. Coming up next, we'll see the #1 player in America, Harrison Barnes, in Ames, Iowa. And then the City of Palms tournament kicks off on December 23rd on ESPNU.
And I'm going to be doing that, 2 games. We don't know. The team's got to play their way in. And then we have Northland again against a very powerful Oak Hill from Virginia team.
Spalding Hoop Hall Classic on January 18th. We'll have 4 games in 1 day, all on ESPNU, and a number of the top-ranked teams in America, including Findlay Prep taking on St. Patrick's of New Jersey in as the standings and the rankings say right now will be #1 against #2, but who knows what happens to Findlay Prep in our Rise Fab 50 if they can't come from behind and beat Northland tonight.
This is going to change. This outcome could change it all. Interesting stat here. Northland's in the bonus right now, so they're going to be shooting 1-1. Findlay Prep will not be going to the foul line unless it's the act of shooting.
Tristan Thompson muscles his way into the lane, up and over Sullinger to make it a 1-point game.
Been impressed how Tristan Thompson, the lefty, has scored with his right hand all game long.
No shot clock. Down to 1 minute 23 to go, and Northland can milk the 1-point lead.
But that would be a mistake. They have to run their offense and try to get a score. If you try to pull it out now, you're going to have a turnover. Can't play tentative. You have to be aggressive.
And a reach-in foul called on Nick Johnson. That's the 8th team foul on Findlay Prep, so it will be a 1-1 for Trey Burke, and that's the 4th foul on Nick Johnson. Well, if Trey Burke can hit a couple of free throws here, it would finally break a streak for Northland where they have depended on no one but Jared Sullinger.
Well, you might as well go outside and start selling popcorn and Gatorade. I mean, he's done it all here tonight.
Eric coolly extends the lead. The point guard, only a junior, that has already made a verbal commitment to play for Ed DeChellis at Penn State.
What I love about Trey Burke is that he produces and he delivers on a consistent basis. Doesn't try to do too much, doesn't force the action. He plays within his skills and limitations.
A 3-point lead for the Vikings, coming up on a minute to go.
Corey Joseph, I don't think, has had a 3 all game.
A foul called away from the ball underneath. That's only the 5th team foul on Northland. So with 1:02 to go.
Fouls on Northland, number 34, Jared Sullinger. His second team score.
Big Sullinger, number 34, is trying to fight through that screen. His teammate, Jordan Potts has to call that back screen out. That's another one on Solinger.
Well, that's his third. So he's not yet in serious foul trouble with under a minute to go unless the game goes to overtime. But that's a shooting foul, as Nick Johnson will go to the free throw line.
And now what Findlay Prep has the chance to do to cut it to within one and then get some pressure going full court style right here.
Nick Johnson, smooth as could be, just the way Uncle Dennis would have done it. The late Dennis Johnson, a 5-time All-Star and a Hall of Famer, the uncle of Nick Johnson. He's also the son of a former Arizona State player, Joey Johnson. A pair at the line.
Ice water in his veins with Nick Johnson.
Timeout called by Findlay Prep. So they have 2 remaining, and it's a 1-point game with under a minute to go.